If you're thinking about buying your first home in Irvine, there's a good chance that you're feeling a lot of pressure about not wanting to make a mistake. And while I'd love to cuddle you and tell you that that won't happen, most likely you'll make a couple. But today I'm going to be breaking down the top 5 biggest mistakes that people make so that you don't at least make the big ones. But also, I am a realtor here in Irvine, so if you are looking to buy, rent, or sell, make sure you reach out to me. All my information will be in the description below. I'll also put a number right here, that way you can easily give me a quick text or call. But now we'll get back into the video. Number 1 is not getting pre-approved early. I know that you like these homes and you like the price point, but you might be able to afford more or most likely less. So you want to make sure you get pre-approved first so you don't have any guesswork and you can actually be looking at homes that are in your range. That way you're not wasting time and getting your hopes up or hopes down on something that's just not realistic for you. And number 2 is underestimating the total cost. It's not just your down payment and your mortgage. On the monthly side, you have mortgage, taxes, HOA, and insurance. HOA if applicable, but most likely with a first-time home, it'll probably have an HOA in a condo complex. But anyways, in the upfront costs, you have your down payment, but you also have the earnest money deposit. You also have closing costs. There's a lot of different factors that you're going to have to understand all of the costs so that when you go to buy the home, you're not shocked and you make the mistake of not understanding what you're getting into before you get into it. Number 3 is waiting for the perfect time. There's absolutely never a perfect time to buy a home, except for the best time you could have bought was 10 years ago. And now, from 10 years on, they're going to say, what was the best time to buy? 2025. So waiting to time the market is not a great approach. What you want is time in the market. That way you can, worst case scenario, just send out little feelers and offers that only are exactly what you want, and either you get them accepted or not, and you just keep moving on. But you want to make sure that you're in the market, not waiting for the market to happen to you. And number 4 is neighborhood research. Most people, when they buy their second home, are going to go to a different neighborhood. Reason being is they didn't understand everything about the neighborhood that they first bought their first home. So you want to understand that. A little hint is I make videos once a week detailing neighborhoods in Irvine. So you can just check that out. I break down the top 5 reasons why people love living there. But what I always recommend is when you're touring homes, it's at 3 p.m. on a weekday, and it's the most beautiful that the neighborhood can be. But you're not there in the morning and you're not there at night. And the last thing you want is for your neighbors to throw a block party on day 1 on Saturday night. So you want to make sure that you're in your neighborhood in the morning, afternoon, and night. My recommendation for my clients personally is you have to do this on 10 different doors. That way you can talk to the neighbors, see what they like, what they don't like. You can see who the crazy neighbors are, and maybe the neighbor that you're talking to is that crazy neighbor, and you don't want to live next to that crazy neighbor, because that's actually a major reason why people move. And number 5 is lowballing in a competitive market. Now, you want to save as much money as possible when you're buying your first home. I get it, and that's still true. You want to make sure that you save as much money as possible. However, you're buying a home. It's going to be expensive, and the best way to make money on your investment is to invest in something smart, not just lowballing every house and getting beaten out, and then settling after you've searched for 3 months and you never got the home that you like, so you find a home that's even worse than the first one that you lowballed on. You want to make sure once you find the home that you like, that you're confident in writing that offer over in hopes of it actually getting accepted. But those are the top 5 biggest mistakes that people do make when they're looking to buy their first home. If you are still looking to buy a home, or you're curious about it, or you just have questions in general, again, reach out to me. All my information will be in the description below. But also make sure you subscribe, because every single Friday I release a video like this one detailing the benefits of homeownership and how to buy homes. So you want to make sure you don't miss out on that. But as always, thank you so much for tuning into this week's video. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Talk soon.